It's back, okay. Thousand kilobytes per second or 30 frames per second when I hand it over to you. Hello, Marina. Hello. All right, I think we're probably ready. I'm pulled over here. I'm gonna pull into the new property and hand it over to Tracy here in just a minute. I'm just pulled over. Okay. Here, let's just get ready to show them as we pull in. Okay. So what's really cool is that's the door to getting into the chapel and the church offices. So it's really easy. You just pull into the driveway and you can walk right in. So we'll show you that part first, and I'll show you the retreat house. Said you just walk in and the chapel is going to be right here. We're going to tear out this carpet and just make it a new floor so that with the incense worry about.
It was being blocked. I didn't know how to get it off.
Okay, so the sanctuary part will be over here. We'll have to probably use the dividers right about here to kind of block it off because people need to be able to go back there because that's where the bathroom is.
Yes, Marina, it's very handy. She said the entry is really handy.
Oh yeah, that was one of the things that sold me on it.
Personal experience, yeah.
And I like the fact that we actually have windows now.
We can put stained glass window cling.
Yeah, we'll have to they're old and these.
Yeah, but you can get the effect that.
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll put some stained glass in there. Yeah, to give it the effect, to give it a chapel feeling, and be able to leave them open. So this is the chapel. This will be the chapel. So in here, this is going to be the sacristy. So, vestments and any kind of important altar supplies, everything that is essential to the operations of the Mass, which is nice and convenient. Just go over there.
It's toeing the line, 30 frames, and
it's going to bounce up and down with 5G.
So,
yeah, there's no way. Just let me know if it gets to the point where it says we're not streaming, because I don't want to be talking for nothing. All right, so this is the bathroom. Okay, so,
bathroom.
Immediately, right, when you're Mass, people can just come through and go in there. And then there's two offices back here. So one will be for when I see clients. The other one will probably be a secondary office for the board. Jamie will probably, maintain a basic office in here. There's no real issue there. I like this. So these will be the two offices. So very convenient, just nice and easy, right down here on the lower level. Decent closet space. Carpets need to be cleaned, but so, and then right back out into the chapel. So this is the public area. Up those stairs over here leads to the retreat house portion. So let's go out and we'll go in through the front so you can see that separately. This is just storage over here and utility. It's gonna be nice to get some of the stuff out of my house. And the garage is in here. That door needs to be replaced, but other than that, there's another door access over there, which is nice. There's 2 doors in and out of the garage, so you can go right up the stairs without having to come through here.
Great space for retreats.
What's that?
It's a great space for retreats.
Yeah. And we can actually show them the grounds a little bit. But what's really nice over here is that front section is easement. So it kind of restricts anybody building up around the property. So, you know, that's kind of nice. And we own all the way to the street. So we just have an easement agreement with the power company that nobody can use that land, which is fine by me. So the retreat section is like when people come on retreat or when benefactors come to visit, they can come in through here. And this is really more the house section. This won't be open to the public. This will be mostly for, I'm not sure what these other keys are supposed to be for.
Maybe the shed.
That's probably what it is. Yeah. So down there leads to the chapel. That was the other side of the stairs that we showed you down there. And then in here is, well, the living room, but it's going to be sort of the common room for the retreat. Let's see if I can get some lights on. So nice and cozy. My goodness. If Heathcliff came here, he'd be using this as his little platform. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, it's a spot.
This is the dining room. You know, with a nice view out. And in here is the kitchen. So like I said, benefactors will be able to use all this space when they're visiting and make themselves at home. We'll try to stock the kitchen over time to make it at least functional in a basic way for people to cook meals if they want to. And this is the breakfast nook. And back out through the living room, and then this is the back deck that can show you some of the grounds. So basically we own in sort of almost like a triangle that keeps going down that way all the way to the back. But we're gonna cut off access past the tree house over there. Very quiet and very, I think, useful for what we're going to be using it for. Roof is practically new. It was redone just recently. They weren't intending to sell. It was a last-minute decision. So a lot of the stuff, they've done a lot of stuff that because they intended to be here longer, which was good. Let me leave this key. I'm not gonna leave this key in here. That's not a good idea. I'll leave it up there. Okay, so let's look at the rooms. So we'll probably name the suites after our patron saints. So this is going to be mostly the St. Nicholas suite, I would think.
Sleigh bed, right?
Yeah, sleigh bed with a Santa Claus, maybe a Christmas tree that's all year round.
Marina asked if there will be a fire pit in the backyard.
There already is.
Yeah.
There already is back there. So this will be This is the master. So if anybody comes, you know, if it's like one person at a time, this will always be the room that's available to them. If there's more than one person, then the first person, I guess, that books gets this one, because this is the big room with the private bathroom. So here, so you got, you know, your dual sinks. You got a relatively large-ish walk-in closet. I mean, it's good for traveling. It's not necessarily all that great for. I mean, I don't think we could manage this, you and I, with all the stuff we have. But for people that are just traveling, it's not bad. Private water closet for the toilet, jacuzzi tub, and shower on this side. Okay, so this is the St. Nicholas one. So the other two will share this bathroom. This one will probably be the St. Maximilian suite. I don't know if you call it a suite, but St. Maximilian room with a, you know, decent sized closet, again, for traveling. And then this would be the St. Joan of Arc suite. And this one looks like it has a, oh no, it's the same, no bigger. I didn't actually look at this before. So, you know, three bedrooms for the retreat house, 2 offices downstairs with the chapel. The chapel will be probably what we focus on initially before we start furnishing all of this and start being able to take guests. And a lot of that's going to depend upon donation support. So, you know, whether or not we receive donations that make it possible will determine whether or not we, you know, how quickly we can get this part of the whole situation going. But we're going to try to get the downstairs chapel ready to go as soon as possible, so that you know, we can at least start seeing clients and being able to provide a place for them to come. One of the things that's been the most difficult part of my job is that there is so much to exorcism ministry that requires constant sacramental care. And when you're not able to provide a place for them to come to Mass, then you're kind of crippled. You feel like you're handicapped. You're not, as an exorcist, you feel like you can't do anything. Because my job is almost never conducting exorcisms, as I said so many times before. It's really about providing the spiritual care they need, because most of the time it's because people have been neglectful. This is going to change that. So, and if we have a client we can trust, you know, we haven't talked about that part of it yet, but right now this part, this upstairs section, is just for the benefactors, just for people that are established members of the church who have a pledge, you know, a consistent pledge on file and have pledged, you know, continuously in the way that, you know, they're reliably supporting this ministry. Whether or not we start to open it up to like clients that are in another state who want to come and receive care, but you know, we can't come to them, but they can come to us. We haven't decided on how that's going to work yet. Probably going to need like disclaimer forms and you know, kind of almost like a lease agreement, even though we won't be charging people to stay here.
And waivers.
Waivers, pretty much, is what. Yeah, waivers is most likely what we're going to need to do. But you know, it's not a huge house. It's just a functional one. It's functional for what we need. What is going on here? What is that light? Turn on no matter which switch you're on.
Spooky.
I guess it's this one. Okay. So this one probably turns up, but if that one's on, it stays on. Okay. And if you have kids, there's like this little It looks like this was. It looks like the kids that lived here used to use this as like a clubhouse because there's like writing in there. Children were playing. Make sure it's back.
That's where Annabelle hung out.
Yeah, Annabelle. Turn off these lights. So that's it. Let's go out through. Let's go up. Let's go down the stairs so you can. We'll go back out the way we came. And so if someone's staying, and they're staying in the retreat house, they can come down right down the stairs, and right into Mass. So it's very convenient for what we are using it for. Like I said, I don't think we could comfortably live here because I think that we've just got too much stuff. But I think for what we're doing with, having just a basic system, this is going to be better than having built, a very expensive church that can't be used for anything other than a church that almost none of you can come to except if you're visiting. Now, at the very least, since we can't bring the church to you, you can come to the church and not have to worry about accommodations, not have to worry about, getting a hotel and how much that's going to cost you. All you have to do is get yourself here and, you can stay, and come on retreat whenever you feel like it, receive the sacraments, whenever you need them. So I like it. I think it's going to work. What do you guys think? They like it?
Mm-hmm. The property's nice. We need a bird feeder.
Bird feeder, yeah. And there's a lot of hummingbirds around the property, so we should probably get a hummingbird.
We should start a garden so people who come here, part of their penance or whatever.
Are there penance? Go garden for us. You sinner.
You sinner. Go pull some weeds.
Yeah, right. So there you go. I think this chapel is probably bigger slightly than the one that we're currently using at our house. It's definitely longer, probably about just as wide, but it's definitely a little bit longer.
Maria, as long as you can get here, you can stay. She's asking if people from the UK can come stay.
Oh yeah, there's no restriction.
You just gotta get here.
As long as you are, right now, the only requirement we're going to have when we start is, you have to be an established monthly pledged benefactor, somebody that has a relationship with this church. And then as time goes on, we can figure out if we want to extend that to clients in other states, because that would be helpful. There's a lot of times where clients need us, but they can't afford to come. And we could potentially provide a means to do that, but we'd have to talk with our lawyer about how that would need to be arranged and to make sure that if there are damages, that there's a way to recover that would also raise the insurance costs. So we have to look at that as a factor. So we might have to charge something for things like that, just because, we're going to have some kind of protection that's going to raise their insurance rates. But anyway, so there you have it. This is it. This is where most of the action is going to be happening. So right here. So what we plan on doing is I plan on setting up maybe a 3-camera network in here, and then we can have different angles. So the lectern is most likely going to be on this side now, because to not obstruct the doorway, and then the seating will be back this way, and then the iconostasis we'll have to do an angle, and then the iconostasis, and then another angle like that, just to make a comfortable walkway with the barriers. And maybe at some point a carpenter to come and build something that's more permanent, so it's a proper iconostasis instead of having to use as room dividers. But in the beginning, this is what we'll use. So there you have it. I promised that I showed to you as soon as we got the keys. So we closed today. We own it. And we'll start getting, hopefully, as we get support, we'll continue to improve. And I'll show you those improvements as they happen. Thanks, everybody. Take care. God bless.